SoulBoricua kitchen. We are doing a really quick and simple stir fry. And I kind of make my own sauce, so we'll talk about it later. So what I have is some broccoli. I have some matchstick carrots, water chestnuts, a little bit of onion, some pea pods, just a few things. I wanted to, it's gonna be a shrimp stir fry, but I wanted to make it very veggie heavy. And that is my little assistant, Lyric. The first thing we're gonna start with, we got a little bit of oil in the pan. I'm gonna get ready to heat that up in a second. But the first thing I wanna do is chop up my garlic and my ginger. And I wanna show you guys a little bit how to cut up ginger. Just because sometimes people are like, what do we do with this root? All right, so here's the ginger root. Smells delicious. Smell it. It smells good. And we just kind of take this outside layer off. We don't want all of that. And honestly, I would keep this because you can steep these outside layers and put it in tea and stuff to get like a little ginger flavor. Remember, ginger is really, really strong. So if you are going to steep it in something, just know it just needs a little bit of steeping. Otherwise, it gets too much. And so for this recipe, I'm just going to use about that much. There we go, that much ginger. And then you just want to slice it on up. Now we're going to turn Linda on. You see Linda, she looking pretty tonight. She's looking pretty tonight. So we're going to, I want it on high heat, so pretty high. This is my beautiful book. I got it for like a Christmas gift a couple years back. I don't use it that much, but I love to use it when I do. And you see it's pretty big because we're going to have all these veggies in there, so I wanted to get ready. So we're going to let the oil heat up a little bit, and then we're going to add our garlic and ginger first. The first of the veggies I want to add, so we got that garlic and ginger, and like I said, the heat is going to be hot. We're going to add broccoli. Yummy. And one thing about a wok, you're supposed to like not use a spatula. You're supposed to do a lot of this. There we go. And you're not supposed to use that, but with Lyric here helping me, I might use it, let her use it. Up next is the pea pods. Yummy. All right, these are some of the thicker of the veggies that I'm using, so I want to season this so they can get a lot of flavor. So a little bit of salt and pepper, that's it. Going in next, Mr. Onion. And of course, his partner in crime, green peppers. All right, here are the water chestnuts. They're going in next. Matchstick carrots, adding some color to my beautiful dish. Look at that, it's looking pretty. They're all getting happy together. And my little sprouts are in. And now let's get this thing rolling. All in there getting happy, and I want to make sure that I incorporate it, but I also threw some sodobo in there already to kind of get it a little season, add some seasoning to it. We're also, while that's simmering a little bit and coming together, we're gonna get some noodles in there. I love these noodles. They're rice noodles, and then we're gonna toss it all together. It sucks up sauce really good, and so the flavors in the noodles are good. All right, so one thing about the water that I use, I salted the water. Sometimes you could add a little bit of oil to it if you like. But remember, it soaks it up like a sponge. Sometimes when I'm making rice and things like that, I sometimes use stock. But for this one, this noodle is going to suck up all the soy sauce, which is what I want it to do. Right, up next, the shrimp. This shrimp has been seasoned with sodobo just because I wanted to have some flavor on it. And we're just going to pour those bad boys on in there. Yummy, yummy. All right, up next, we need to make and add our sauce. So in this pot, in this bowl, I put brown sugar and soy sauce, a little bit of ginger seasoning, and a little bit of garlic, and I mixed it. I also added a little bit of water and some cornstarch to make what's called a slurry, so it gets thick, a little thicker when it starts cooking, just like the flour roux we've been making in the past. And so we're just gonna add it straight into the stir fry. Bam, 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 bam. It's gonna give us the color and the flavor that we're looking for. And then we're gonna let that simmer for a little bit so it picks up those flavors. We're gonna add them noodles, and guess what? We've finna be done. It is looking good. It's got the sauce in there. And next we're gonna add the noodles straight to it. I'm gonna drop it right inside this bowl, mix them all together. It's time to eat. I have a confession, I tasted a shrimp. It's delicious. The last touch that I'm gonna add to my beautiful shrimp stir fry is cilantro. A lot of people like cilantro. That's usually with like more Spanish or Latin flavors. And yes and no, a lot of Asian cuisine has cilantro. Actually, there is a thing called Chinese cilantro, Asian cilantro. But it adds definitely a different flavor. You can also top it with some chopped nuts if you're not allergic, things like that. That adds a little source of protein as well. But I'm gonna add some cilantro, hit it off a little bit, and we is gonna eat.